ended up.
Did you know Rocco?
No, I didn't know him. I knew his daughters. You know, but you know, I mean, I guess I can say this. Scott filed that PCRA, just to hopefully try to get us back in the court, so you know maybe people would talk now after all these years and all that stuff. And then we went to 2 hearings.
And Rocco never showed up.
No, we went to 2 hearings, and then, well, in the meantime, the state police went to Hummel and said, "Look, we know you lied. We're going to pull your plea and give you a life sentence." That's when Hummel finally told the truth. Well, maybe not all the truth, but whatever the truth. And so what happened at our last hearing was Hummel testified that Cabbage made him do this and made him do that. And then at the end of that hearing, Mike Radinsky said to me, "If we don't find something to corroborate what Hummel is saying now, the judge is going to think if Hummel was lying at the trial, what's to say he's not lying now, right?"
Right.
So I go back up to Huntington, and my hope was pretty much lost then because we didn't have no more than that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I was working in the kitchen one day, maybe a month or 2 after our last hearing, and my boss called me. They want me to the security office. No, I didn't know. I was doing all kinds of dirt. I didn't know what they wanted up there.
Right.
So the security captain and the security major were standing there, and they opened up the door, and here Mike was there with, I think it was Bram Hall and somebody else, and he had a big smile on his face. And he told me to come in and show me this piece of paper, and right away I knew what it was because I've seen that paper every day. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was how many years ago?
Yeah.
So, and Mike said, she said, "Is that your signature on there?" And I said, "Yeah." I mean, my writing was a little different as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what they did was they made me write, 20 times my signature with my right hand, 20 times with my left. And what happened was there was people on there. See, what happened was I delivered. The guy was off that delivers the packages. I had my little golf cart, and I delivered the packages like to the professors and stuff.
Yeah.
And what happened is if they weren't in, I would sign for it.
Yeah.
So the people who were on that sheet of paper, they went and found all them. They were in Florida. They were everywhere just to make sure we didn't make that document up.
Yeah.
So, and then that's what happened.
And they said, "Guess what? You got a great shot here now."
Oh yeah, I mean, we were just waiting for the state police to finish their stuff, and they drug it out. But I knew it was my handwriting. So I was, you know what I mean? And Mike said, "This is it right here." And then that's when they when they called us down again, and Scott and I.
And they made a deal.
Well, yeah, but we tried to make a deal with them too. We tried to negotiate. You know, I mean, Scott and I. So we, his lawyer came over. I think it was Burton Rose.
Yeah.
And Mike came over, and they said, "Look, they're willing to offer you 10 to 20 with 10 years probation." And well, let me stop there. Before I left Huntington, my lifer friends told me if they offer you any numbers, take them, because
Because you roll the dice if you go back to trial.
That's right.
Right.
Roll the dice.
Right.
So they offered us a 10 to 20, and me and Scott counter offered time served. Because,
Right.
So.
Right.
And then they come back and said, they're not going to do that, this and that. So we had to take the deal. We were basically, I mean, we were forced to take it.
Right.
I mean,
But you were already in at that point. How long?
I was in for 15 years.
So you knew it was coming no matter what. It was coming to an end.
Yeah.
So Scott was pretty much released right after, right?
Well, he got a year of parole hit. I got a 2-year hit. He got out.
But if you guys wouldn't have got those hits, you'd have been out that day.
We'd have been out that, well, getting processed.
Getting processed out, right.
Yeah, but see, I got a 2-year hit because I had a bunch of write-ups for, stealing from the kitchen and whatever.
But then at that point, everything slowed down because you knew it was 2 years.
I didn't do shit. I didn't do nothing. I did after my everything changed after I got my sentence dropped.
Right.
They moved me to the outside honor block. I had a single cell.
Right. How was your reaction? How was the whole shock of all of that?
Oh, it was crazy.
Right.
It was just.
So that ride back to Huntington, you must have been like, I can't believe that this.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it didn't sink in right away, you know what I mean, until I got back and everybody was coming up to me and,
How early did you start packing?
Well, I was there for 3 more years.
I know, but wasn't it to the point where you're like, I'm ready to go?
No.
You still weren't, you just did your time?
Did my thing.
Did your thing.
You know, I mean, I figured why change now. You
So
know?
then the day comes and they come to get you and say, guess what? Today's your day. You're walking out.
Well, you know what? That's pretty funny because I was supposed to leave in March. I had a parole date, and the outbreak of the chicken pox happened up there. So nobody in, nobody out.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's crazy. I figured that's just my
How long
luck.
did you
know?
stay?
I stayed another month.
Oh,
But see, I was lucky because I was a cook, so I got to go out. I got to be out all day, you know, because I mean, I had time in. I worked in the kitchen I was high up in the kitchen, you know. I mean, I could do whatever I wanted,
Right.
know, whatever.
right.
And you know, sometimes you know it's really sometimes when I'm not feeling real good and depressed and stuff. You know, I wasn't unhappy there. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, sometimes, you know, I think maybe sometimes I think I was better off there.
Why?
Well, because I knew what to expect every day. I knew who my friends were. I knew, you know, I mean, it's like a community, and you know, it's like its own community. You know what I mean? I had a lot of close friends, and I missed the people I was with.
So let's you.
That's probably hard to understand for people who weren't in your shoes, right?
If I was comfortable there, I just did the best that I could to make my life the best that I could. You know what I mean?
So you walk out the door.
I walk out there with my